Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for January 30th. January 30th is the 30th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 335 days remaining to the end of the year, 336 in leap years. Today's word is gaggle. Gaggle is a noun that means a flock of geese, especially when not in flight. It's also been adapted to mean a disorderly or noisy group of people, a group or cluster lacking organization. Gaggle can also mean an indefinite number, like a gaggle of petty crimes. This word comes to us from Middle English. First documented use of the word gaggle is 1400s. Gaggle. King Charles I was beheaded for treason in 1649. A fellow named Oliver Cromwell didn't like King Charles I for whatever reason. There was a put-up charge, and he was tried in a kangaroo court and executed on pretty short order. Oliver Cromwell. Anyway, with the king out of the way, then Cromwell abolished the monarchy, put himself in charge of running the country. And I guess that worked out more or less okay, as long as Cromwell was alive. When he died, his son Richard stepped up to take the plate. Apparently, Richard was not a very effective leader, and it didn't take long at all for the other people in that strata to get a hatful. They mounted a coup, threw Richard out, and reestablished the monarchy, putting Charles II in place as king. The reestablishment of the monarchy took place in 1660, and in January of 1661, some 10 years after Oliver Cromwell had died, of natural causes, by the way, he was posthumously convicted of treason himself, and upon that conviction, he was removed from his honored grave that he'd been buried in. And on January 30th, 1661, in an ironic twist, Oliver Cromwell was ritually executed, even though he'd already been dead 10 years. This was done in a most demeaning manner, and he was buried elsewhere. I don't think his exact grave is marked. I think there's a plaque somewhere in the vicinity of approximately where most of his skeleton is. Maryland was the 13th and final state to ratify the Articles of Confederation on January 30th, 1781. On January 30th, 1835, Andrew Jackson became the first American president to experience an assassination attempt. This was way before the days of anything like Secret Service. A fellow named Richard Lawrence, unemployed, possibly with mental health issues, walked right up to Jackson and shot at him. But fortunately, his pistol misfired. Well, of course, this shocked and frightened Jackson and made him really mad. He was furious. And he proceeded to beat the would-be assassin with his walking stick. In the fracas, Lawrence pulled out another loaded pistol and tried again, and that gun misfired. Finally, Jackson's aides wrestled Lawrence to the ground. Jackson was physically uninjured, but certainly traumatized by this sequence of events. On January 30th, 1847, Yerba Buena, California, was renamed San Francisco, California. This is the birthday of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Is it Delano or Delano? Franklin D. Roosevelt. This is the birthday of Franklin D. Roosevelt, born January 30th, 1882. He became the 32nd President of the United States and lived to the age of 63. On January 30th, 1933, Adolph Hitler was named Chancellor of Germany. And the guy that did that actually did it because he was a little bit afraid of Hitler. He was afraid of what he might do if he had been denied again, because he'd been passed over for this position before. History tells the story, doesn't it? And that is all I have for you today. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my research is included in the show notes, along with my This Day in History playlist. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Now let's see how we're going to say that. I'm going to have to edit the heck out of that one. Let's read that again. Let's try something different here. That might not make it into the video, we'll see. Okay, let's try that again. Not too salty though. It's gotta be just right. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. That's not a nice way to say it.